Hi, my name's Kevin. I'm the host here at MCrider, where I release a weekly video on motorcycle skills and or road strategy. Every week I try to help riders become better or at least think more about their motorcycle skills. But this week's a little bit different because this one's intended for all of you drivers on four wheels. So my hope is that all of my friends who ride motorcycles or two wheels will share this with everyone that they know who drives a car. Because this week on MCrider, we're going to look at 10 things that I wish every car driver knew about motorcycles. There is no denying that I'm a motorcycle guy. And I thought it'd be fun this week if we looked at some places that I've ridden and some motorcycles that I've ridden on to get there, as we look at this list of 10 things that I wish every car driver knew about motorcycles. Some non-riders have a very visceral reaction when they hear that I ride motorcycles. I often hear things like, I must have a death wish to ride that around here in DFW. Well, short answer is I don't. Others tell me about their friend of a friend or some uncle who died on a motorcycle. And some just frown at me as they tell me about how irritated they are by loud motorcycles or that time that a motorcycle flew by them on the interstate riding a wheelie. And FYI, neither one of those were me. And I told you up front that I was a motorcycle guy, but that's not all I am. I'm also a son. I'm someone's brother. I'm a husband and a father. I have friends. And I'm a lifelong fan of the LA Rams, or anywhere else that they've called home. I love my wife's homemade tacos. I go to church on Sunday, and I try to treat others as I would want to be treated by them. I often think that non-riders paint riders with a broad stroke. They think of biker gangs or hooligans on crotch rockets, but I can promise you that that's the minority of us and not the majority. But let's separate our perceptions of one another for a moment, and let's look at some ways that we can all share the road safer and get rid of some of that road rage that we all see on a too regular basis. The vast majority of riders just love the freedom that riding brings. And even if you have no desire to ride a motorcycle, there are a few things that we wish that you knew about motorcycles. The MSF, or the Motorcycle Safety Foundation, has a site that they created called forcardrivers.com. It's got some great resources to help car drivers better deal with riders, and some of the information found in this video you can find on their site as well. So in no particular order, here are 10 things that I wish every car driver knew about motorcycles. First, most motorcycle fatalities involve another vehicle. And statistics show that most often it's not the motorcyclist's fault. You're driving a 2-ton vehicle, and in a crash you'll almost always win with a motorcycle. So please be responsible and watch for riders when you're out on the street. Second, motorcycles are hard to see. Now, a lot of us are aware of that, and that's why we wear high-vis yellow jackets or put extra lights on our motorcycles, because we realize that we have a smaller profile and our distance and approach speed is more difficult to gauge. So on the road, and particularly at intersections where the majority of us die in accidents with cars, please take your time. Look twice and make sure that the intersection is clear and will be clear by the time you exit through it. Third, motorcycles often change lanes or position within our lane in order to see better up the road. It's not an invitation to share our lane or pass by at dangerously close distances. 4, motorcycles accelerate faster than cars. At some stoplights, we get up to the speed limit at a fairly rapid pace. And we're not racing you, we're trying to get some distance between us and you so that we can be safer on the road. 5th, don't trust our turn signals. Now, this may sound strange, but there's a very good reason for this. Most motorcycles do not have self-canceling turn signals, and sometimes we forget to turn them off, especially new riders. Unlike in a car, there's no audible reminder that the signal is on. So some riders travel many miles before they realize it. So if you see a motorcycle approaching, they've got the turn signal on, wait and verify it first before you pull out. 6. Please leave room for us on the road. Many drivers ride right on the tail end of motorcycles, and that's a really dangerous situation for us. Leave that 2 to 3 second following distance between you and the motorcycle up ahead, and we'll try to do the same for you, because what would be a fender bender with a car that was in front of you could be a deadly situation for a motorcycle if you hit them at the same speed. 7. Our stopping distance is very similar to a car, but when the pavement is wet, like it is here in DFW today, it puts the motorcycle at a decided disadvantage. So leave even more room in wet weather. 8. Now here's a big one, and a lot of motorcyclists will agree with me on this one. Put your phone down. It only takes a second or two of distraction to change someone's life forever. Whatever you're doing on the phone, it can wait. And if it can't wait, just pull over and take care of it on the side of the road. 9. Don't think of it as a motorcycle. Now, I know it's hard to see the humanity beneath the helmet and the gear. And some riders who've ridden irresponsibly in the past have given many of us a bad name. But underneath the gear, like I shared earlier, I'm a son, I'm a husband, I'm a father, and I'm somebody's friend. If you see me at a gas station filling up the bike, pull up and say hi. Riders are some of the nicest people that you will ever get to know. And underneath that helmet and tinted visor is someone who very well may be your friend. So give us the time and respect that we deserve. And 10th, the final thought that I'd like to leave with you is this. Once a crash happens, there's no turning back. How many drivers have pulled through an intersection and caused a crash with the motorcycle, only to wish that they could have those few seconds back again and change their decision? Here on MCrider, I stress safe, responsible street riding. I encourage riders to take control of their own safety on the road with road strategy and riding techniques that helps make them safer. But our jobs as riders is made much easier by drivers who are responsible on the road as well. If that's you, if you're a responsible driver, thank you. If you get in a hurry, if you tailgate motorcycles, if you're prone to road rage, if you only look briefly going through an intersection, I'm asking you to take your time. Be aware, calm down, look twice, and don't drive distracted. I know many great people who ride motorcycles, and they'll appreciate you for it. My hope is that this video won't be a one-way conversation, that whether you drive a car or a motorcycle, that you'll leave some thoughtful comments below. Did you disagree with something that I said? Have you got some other ideas that I may not have thought of? Leave your comments below and let's have a thoughtful conversation on how we can all share the road better and get where we need to be, safer, on time, and back to our loved ones like we all want to. So leave some comments below and let's have a conversation on this subject. Tell me some things that some car drivers would expect from motorcyclists, and let's have a thoughtful conversation on that subject. So until next week, guys, this is Kevin with MCrider, and we'll see you on the road. There are multiple ways to support the channel. You can become a member on YouTube at mcrider.com/member, or support the channel through Patreon at mcrider.com/support. Either way, you'll get full access to the forum and the field guides, which will further the training that we release here on a weekly basis.